PDC bull going. Tom hitting the green bit. What can Nick do? Just underneath. It looks like this will be Tom's throw here to get things going for us on the primary board. Remember, this is a semi-final match here. Tom looking to punch his way to the finals back-to-back nights. Actually, this would be 3 in a row. Unfortunately, falling to Mike Carignan in the first night and clinching it in the second. Fortunate for him. And Nick, again, another semifinals appearance, but he'll be looking to go a little bit further. Has the game within him. Struggled a bit in that opening match versus Roberto, but hopefully we'll have shaken out any nerves, any lingering dust bunnies from the previous weekend up in Port City. And Tom firing in a solid 140, not really messing around here. Tom's scoring is something that we've taken a lot of notes of and really enjoyed watching the past couple of weeks. The only thing that hindered Tom was a couple slow starts in week 1, but once he got that machine going, well, he just kept on going. Nick already chasing after 2 visits. Do well to find himself a triple. Looking for one more. Solid 100 punched in. Average is already a lot better than the slow starts that we saw in the previous match between Roberto and Nick. Again, darts is a funny game. You seem to play up to the level that you're playing at. If your opponent continues to fire in big visits, you feel that pressure. You tend to focus up and match that high level of play, and this is certainly going to test Nick's mettle tonight. Tom continuing his great run of form. No pressure on this 130. Looking at 110, didn't have to go for it, but chose to try and nab it. Fortunately, a little bit of a case where the darts and the board bite back. Nick looking to knock down this 254. Finds a triple. We'll have to find another. Only 100 punched in, leaving himself a high chance with Tom. Well, certainly not the out leader so far. 106 is in his wheelhouse. There's the triple 20. There's the big 6. Can he find the tops? And he does! 106 take to get things going here. Tom certainly not messing about. A lot of respect from Nick there, acknowledging that high take. A very different match that we have in front of us compared to that first one. And Nick seeming to understand the task at hand here, not waiting around. Solid 100 start. Get that motor running, get those legs working, because he's got to run, baby, run. Tom, we've seen this before. Slow starts, but once he starts finding that triple 20, his corrections have been so wonderful. Takes him a couple tries to get things going, but you really have to take advantage of those slow starts. And Nick continuing to do so. Another 100 punched in. Solid darts from Nick Soldo. What can Tom do to get out of the 400s? Can't seem to keep him consistent. That one. Mo. It's always been Mo tonight. A third dart. If you're just joining in, this is the semifinal match between Tom Curtin and Nick Soldo. I've seen plenty of examples of Mo, the third dart, causing a lot of havoc for all of our players that we've had on stream tonight. Tom looking to punch his way out of the 400s here. Certainly will with that first dart. 2's looking good. And just high on the third, grimacing at the fact that that dart refused to go in. Tom's getting angry at his darts for not following suit. And Nick continuing to do well. Punching in those triple 20s. Finding 2 there. A big 1, 2, 3. Nick doing very well to... We'll keep this visit going. We'll keep these visits going. These high Scoring visits is exactly what he needed. Again, sometimes you just find yourself in a little bit of an ugly battle. It can really mess up your confidence, mess up your game, mess up your rhythm. You find yourself against a high-powered operator like Tom Curtin. Well, sometimes you have no choice but to shoot lights out. Second dart, not exactly what he would have wanted. Trying to find that correction with the 14, but 77 is going to have to do for right now. Not a bad leave, 60 left. Tom nowhere in sight. Continuing to be about 30 miles back. Nick will have to take advantage of this opportunity, though. Can't wait around. There's the first, looking at tops. Gonna have to move down to double 10. Just inside. You feel those in that moment. You have one dart at double 10. Aim a little bit outside. Don't want to have to go up to the 5 if you can avoid it. Tom firing in a 140. Tap of the shoulder. Saying, hey, Nick, I'm still here. It's almost a calling card for Tom Curtin at this point. Nick will have to find it, the third dart, and he drops it low. Unfortunate, having 6 darts at a out, and he just can't find his way out. Tom looking at tops. And he finds it with the second one. Opportunity gone for Nick. Had 6 darts at a take and just can't put the nail in the coffin. Nick playing very well, though. Almost 20 points higher than he did in the first match against Roberto. And again, sometimes you just have to rise to the occasion. Nick certainly doing that. Not playing bad. Score update from the other board. Joe is leading Ron 1-0. Firing an impressive 81 average against Ron. If he keeps that up, he's certainly going to be hard to beat. Nick with a little bit of a slower start here. Tom again. 20 is coming so easy to him. Certainly has been the past couple of weeks. Another high-powered visit with the 1-2-3 from Tom. Nick will have to keep things going. He's not playing bad, but those darts creeping into the extremities, it's what's going to kill him. Solid 81, doing very well to find the 20 with that third dart, and Tom making it look so easy. Such a gentle, easy breezy throw. Of course, as I say that, commentators curse. Sorry, Tom. I'll take the blame for that one. What can Nick do? Already well behind here in this third leg in the first set. Looks like a 45 punched in. Might be a 60. It is. A little bit of banter between the players. Again, all of these guys, great friends. Certainly enjoying the competition and enjoying each other's company week after week here. Tom doing very well to find that correction again. We experienced this last week. He may miss the first, he may miss the second, but he's hard-pressed to get out of a visit without finding at least one in the 20 bed. That's what makes him such a fearsome and frightening player. His average certainly reflecting that so far with a 82. Nick playing very well, though. Sinking that first one, sinking the second. Can he find it? Oh. To the moon on that last one. And that's all right, though. Sometimes you just can't have it all. Can't get greedy. Looks like I was the one asleep there. Tom was trying to punch out. I didn't look at the score. I was trying to go to the moon on that one. Trying to land on planet double 5, excuse me, it seems. Gonna have to find his way on, well, double 2. And just low. Doing the right thing, though. On that part of the board, you want to keep it towards the outside. Nick, 185. Nothing you can do here other than, well, hope and pray. Does very well to find that single bull, the last one. Leaving himself a manageable out, but Tom, you have a feeling like he's not going to wait around. Uh-oh. Madhouse. And he finds it with the third. Tom putting in a dominating performance here against Nick in the opening set. Punching in 3 straight legs. Nick really making a go of it in that second leg there. Had 6 darts and an out, but fortunately just couldn't find it. Playing very well, though. Tom is the type of player who's only going to give you maybe one or two looks. You can get ahead of him that much, but once he gets down to the board, he's certainly going to be looking to get out quick. We've seen that happen time and time again. Again, punching in a big ton plus out in that first leg, 106. Frightening operator. So is Nick, though, when he's on. A lot of space in that triple 20 bed. Looks like it just dived a little low. Doing well to punch in a 100. What can Tom do here? Stacking them up on top of each other. Can't find the triple. A little bit of an awkward deflection there. Nick again enjoying some breathing room. Although it's just a little bit of a breath, not a deep one. Another 100. Again, building up the momentum. That's what you want to see from Nick. Tom has a little bit of a weak point, and that's his starts are sometimes costly, but his strength has certainly been his high-powered scoring and, well, his outs as well. Yeah, and if you don't take advantage of that slow start that Tom occasionally gives you, he's going to come right back and say, hey, I'm still here. Consistent visit there. Nick leaving himself 200. Tom working from 304. Certainly do well to take a big bite out of this. Will they take the whole thing? Just low. Fortunately, having to take a small to-go box. Won't be able to take the whole lot there. Doing very well to leave himself a 164, though. Great setup from Tom. And Nick, I guess, can't find all 3 in the single 20. Only a 45 punched in. A little bit of an awkward out, 155. Tom working with 164. Haven't seen a real showstopper out from anyone so far in the Worcester Premier League. Might have to place a bounty on that. Would love to see a 170, 164, 161. Tom doing very well to leave himself 82. Nick, fortunately, with that first one sliding into the triple 1. Not the setup that he would have wanted. Tom, will he go at bull? Going wide into the 6. Can't find it with the second one. A rare misstep from Tom. Not finding much of anything there. And Nick, certainly with the opportunity to, well, punch in a take here. Has to take him when Tom gives him to you, and that one is just going to throw a wrench into everything. Oh, it's just not coming easy. 106 left. Oh, disappointment and frustration for Nick. Tom, will he show any mercy? Well, it goes a little bit of an awkward way, and needs 2 twos, and he finds it with the second. A little bit of an exhibition finish, not on purpose, though. Shake of the head from Nick. Tom is just blowing up the board, blowing up the scoring. And his outs have been ruthless. Again, friendly banter between the two players here. Tom certainly with a lot of experience playing high-level darts. Very fortunate to have him this season. Certainly been throwing his weight around and showing what he's made out of. Already notching on a night win last week. Ron certainly gave him a good fight last week. Depending on how things are going between Ron and Joe on the other board, may be a different challenge. We may be in for a treat later on if things continue to go Tom's way, but Nick is still here. He's still in it. Fortunately, only finding a 9 there. Tom just hammering the triple 20s. Ruthless on his approach. Ruthless with the scoring. Solid 1, 2, 3 punched in. Again, this is just routine. Just routine from Tom. Another day in the office. Solid visit from Nick, punching in an 83. Tom just continuing to keep this gravy train going. Solid 100. Just knocking it down, making it look easy, making it look leisurely. Making this game look, well, not difficult. And sometimes that in itself is just remarkable to see. After 3 visits, Tom working with a 197. That first dart not cooperating, but again, the corrections that we saw time and time again last week making their way in here. 83 punched in. Not what he would have wanted, but still a solid chunk taken out of that score. And Nick, well, miles behind, sitting on 368. 328 now. And just can't find it with the 5. Looked like he might have snatched his dart there. Extended it a little too much. Tom going the 19s here, but looks like he's crept into the 3. Again, there's no pressure on Tom to find anything spectacular, which is unfortunate for Nick. But when there's no pressure on you, you're not going to see a lot of the highlight reel shots. Tom not really the one to mess about and try things just for the sake of trying things. Good visit, good 1-2-6 from Nick though, but rather odd way to go about it. Tom looking at tops. Unfortunately going just high, and he will be coming back. Nick will do very well to put some pressure on Tom here. Needs at least 2 triples. Finds 1. Looks like he was going to stay there for the 1-3-3, but third one just, again, creeping over to the right-hand side. Tom having to go down to the double 10, up to double 5, maybe a correction. And sinking down to the 5, shaking his head, wondering maybe that wasn't the right way to go. Nick has been struggling with, well, a lot of stuff tonight, but fortunately can't find the big setup on the 118. 58, leaving himself handy. And Tom looking at 2 2s. Going back to the madhouse. And looks like he's electing to stay there. Not by his own volition, but a third dart keeping him locked into the madhouse. Nick looking at tops. Oh, unlucky. Again, it's just been that type of night. Those darts creeping into the 1s. Tom looking to, well, escape. Fortunately, he'll be sticking around just a little bit longer. Nick will be looking to take advantage of this opportunity, and he does. First dart. Looking at Tom, saying, you won't go that easy. If you get stuck in the madhouse, well, you can count on me. Punching my ticket out of the neighborhood. And the beat goes on for these players. Nick, again, not playing poorly. Playing well above his average in that first match against Berto. But that was a little bit of a slugfest from both players. A little bit more finesse demanded of him here. Tom certainly a worthy challenge. A solid 1-2-5 start from Tom, punching in a beautiful visit right off the bat. It's like only 7 punched in so far. 27 on the board for Nick. Looks like only 28, so after 2 visits, still stuck in the 400s. Tom is looking to run away. That first one's looking good. Third one, can it follow? And he does! Big 180! Solid visit from Tom. Type of scoring power that we've come to expect from Tom. Again, once he fires in that first one, you just feel like he's gonna destroy the triple 20s. Almost has a knack for making those darts follow the exact same line. Fortunately, won't follow it this time. Won't leave himself the 16 that he would have loved to leave himself. Only 100, but 96 after 3 visits is type of stuff that, well, anybody would be happy to have, even the pros. Nick, unfortunately, struggling to find his firepower here. Tom finds the triple 19. 2 19s needed. And again, you have to kind of question and wonder about the choice, decision-making there. Was that the right thing to do? Again, your opponent is so far back, you don't have to go for it immediately. You can leave yourself 32. And Tom wanting to just get out as fast as he can after getting stuck in the madhouse. Looks like he finds it with the first one. And Tom is leading this match. 1 set up and 2 legs to 1. Only needs 1 more leg to punch his way to a 3rd final in a row. Tom putting in a wonderful performance so far for us tonight. Again, we apologize for the bandwidth issues. Not really sure what gremlin is causing disturbances in our internet today, but we'll look to address it before, well, hopefully before the final. If not, we'll have it addressed by next week. Thank you again for tuning in. Appreciate you guys being here. Players certainly love hearing the feedback from all of you guys. Nick firing in a big 1-3-3. Showcasing that scoring power right out of the gate. It's certainly been a lot of fun to put this on for you guys, and we thank you guys for your support. Only 85 from Tom. Not a bad 2 visits, though. Again, getting out of the 400s after 2 is the bare minimum that you'd expect from a lot of players. Nick switching down to the 19s and looking like he might have found his honeypot down there. Another 83. Solid 2 visits from Nick. Tom doing very well to split the middle between those 2 darts. Always so tricky when you wind up hugging the triple segment with your first 2. Nick continuing to, well, be happy with the triple 19s. Looking like 95 punched in. Can't quite see. Only 83. Still solid visits. Solid 3 visits from Nick Soldo. Tom trying to force it looks like. Trying to force it a little too much. Darts starting to find their way outside into the other neighbor's yard. Nick looking to keep the party going on the 19s. Having a little bit of the opposite problem here. A couple of visits where he's been creeping over to the right side, but finding his way over to the left. Everybody in the neighborhood getting involved on the dartboard tonight. 81 punched in from Tom, tapping Nick on the shoulder saying, you've had some good visits, but you're going to have to put in some solid scores if you want to run from me, buddy. Nick leaving himself 150. You always knew that he was going to go up. Does very well to find that triple 20. 99 punched in. Tom no finish with the 166. Nick will have 3 at the 70 that he left himself. What will Tom do? Tried to find the trip 18, but only manages to walk away with 98. Which way is Nick going to go? Tries to go the triple 10s route, leaves himself 64. Tried to go for the bull route, but can't find it either. Hitting the single 11. Does well to correct, but with the way that Tom has been playing, he's smiling. He knows that this 68 is something very manageable. And that first one, triple 20. Finds it with the second. Oh no, it's just outside. Pulls it inside. My apologies. Could not get any closer with that second dart. Nick, what can he do? Having to go down to 210s. And he finds it. Huge take under pressure from Nick. Capitalizing on the mistake there from Tom. Ladies and gentlemen, we just might see a third and tie-breaking set if Nick can keep this going. Found his honeypot on the 19s, and he continues to cash in. Solid visit. Solid darts from Nick Soldo. Finding them under pressure. Tom relishing in the opportunity. But here comes Well, I don't want to say it, but you almost feel like he's Darth Vader himself. Tom finds that triple 20. You can almost hear the Imperial March getting louder and louder in the background. Darth Tom, his scary, scary darts. Only 43 punched in from Nick. Will the Empire strike back? We'll see. Finds the triple 5. Looking to correct in the triple 20. Can't find it. Only 55. A little bit of a breath for Nick. Still neck and neck down the line, though. Nick trying to correct. Just above. Unlucky there. So close to both the trip 19 and the trip 20. Just finding the wrong side of the wire from those darts. Only 60 punched in, it looks like, from my perspective. Indeed correct. Nick still a lot of life in this game, but we'll have to try and avoid those loose darts. Unfortunately, finding 2 of them at the worst time. Can't find the triple either. Only 30 on the board. 36, excuse me. Tom with a lot of breathing room here. Finding that triple. Can't find 2, but 1 is well worth its weight in gold. Nick needing a big visit to knock down this 299. And it's just not coming easy for Nick, unfortunately. Only 47. Tom, not in and out, but we have seen him set up very nicely from 170 plus, and looks like it's going to be more of the same. A little bit of a tough deflect there into the ones. Would have loved to leave himself 86. But Nick is going to have to find something special here if he wants to challenge. And again, those loose darts just making a mess of things. Good third. Finding a nice high visit there, but not high enough. A bit of poor math there, leaving himself 169. You feel like you have to leave yourself an opportunity if you can get to one against Tom Curtin. Solid visit punched in, 65, leaving himself 40. Nick, no out. Working from 150 now. And 130 remaining. Now it all comes down to the darts in Tom's hands. Can he find tops? And he does in the first dart.